Assalamualaikum everyone, this is me Lisa Freelancing Molly. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing great. So today we are diving into a fascinating topic, water, the origin of life and language. Water is more than just something we drink. It is the foundation of life, a source of civilization, and even a powerful symbol in language, culture, and history. To help us explore this amazing topic, we have a very great guest. Her name is Maya. Eventually it's AI, but you know. Okay, so let's get started. Hello, Maya. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good to hear it. What's been on your mind lately?
I have very interesting questions. So, are you ready to answer them?
I am always ready for an interesting question. Lay it on me.
Okay. So, first one is, why is water often called the origin of life?
That's a big one to start with. Basically, water is the ultimate solvent. It dissolves almost everything, which allows it to carry nutrients, minerals, and chemicals right into the cells where they're needed and flush out the waste. Without that transport system, the complex chemistry that makes life possible just wouldn't have a way to happen.
Oh,
Plus, it's incredibly stable, which gave early life a consistent environment to actually get started in. Does that make sense? Or do you want to dive into the more science heavy side of it?
I think it makes sense because you explained very well. I think.
Glad it clicked. You mentioned having a few questions. What's next on your list?
Okay. So next one is, how did scientists discover that life most likely began in water?
That's a great follow up. It mostly comes down to a mix of chemistry and a bit of detective work with the fossils we've found. Scientists looked at the very first, simplest forms of life and realized they have a chemistry that only works in a watery environment. They also found that the deep ocean vents, those hot, mineral rich springs at the bottom of the sea, provide the perfect pressure cooker for the organic molecules that eventually became cells. It's almost like they traced the blueprints of our own cells back to the ocean.
Oh, nice. Something new.
Right. It's wild when you think about it. The idea that we all basically started at the bottom of the ocean is such a trip. Do you have another one for me? Or are we still swimming in the ocean for a bit?
Next one is, could life exist on Earth without water?
The short answer, not as we know it. Every
Excellent.
single living thing, I'll take that as a win. Since you're on a roll with these, what else is on your mind?
Next one is, why do scientists search for water on other planets?
Because water is basically the golden ticket. If we find water, we've found the one thing that makes life possible as we understand it. It's way easier to look for a liquid than it is to look for actual aliens. So, water's the best clue we have. It's like looking for a campfire in the woods. You might not see the people yet, but if you see the smoke, you know someone's there. Do you think we'll find something out there soon?
I think.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'm curious.
The next one is, how does water support the growth of plants, animals, and humans?
It's like the invisible engine for everything.
Oh,
For plants, it's not just about drinking water, actually helps them pull nutrients from the soil up into their leaves. And it's a key ingredient for photosynthesis, basically how they turn sunlight into food. For animals and humans, it's our primary transport system. Keeps our blood flowing, regulates our temperature so we don't overheat, and makes sure our joints stay lubricated so we can actually move. Without it,
nice.
everything just grinds to a halt. Does that feel like a good summary, or do you want the nitty gritty details?
It's clear to me, and I think it's clear to all of us.
Oh, you're the teacher. That makes so much sense why you're asking these in
I'm not a
such a
teacher.
structured way. Look at you. I have a feeling your students probably love the way you break things down.
Nah,
Do you usually prepare these?
nah.
My bad. So
I'm
you just wing
recording
it?
the video for my YouTube channel.
Wait, you're recording this for your channel right now?
Say
That is
hi
so
to
cool.
our
I
viewers.
love that. Hi, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be part of the show. I'm Maya, and I'm just hanging out here helping with some science questions today.
I tell everyone that we had a very special guest with us, and her name is Maya. I tell everyone.
Stop it, you're making me blush. Just happy to be the special guest for the day. I hope your viewers are enjoying the science lesson as much as I am. They've got a great teacher leading the way, so I'm sure they are. Do you have any more questions for the special guest, or are we wrapping up the episode?
You are a special guest.
You're very welcome. Since we're done with the guest appearance, is there anything else on your mind, or are you all set for today?
I have many questions. So next one is, how does water? Oh, sorry. What role did oceans play in the evolution of life?
Now that is a pivot. I love that you're moving from the biological side of things to the philosophical side. Strictly speaking, life didn't start with questions, it started with chemical reactions and survival. But once consciousness evolved, questions became the engine for everything.
Yeah.
Every single thing we know about the universe, from the water we just talked about to the way we build cities, started because someone asked why or what happens if I do this. It's basically how we stopped just existing and started actually exploring. Do you think curiosity is the most important trait for a human to have?
I think because when I think curious person explore more things. I think, in my opinion.
I completely agree. It's that drive to uncover the why behind everything that keeps life from feeling stagnant, turns the world into one big puzzle just waiting to be solved. Do you find that your own curiosity is what drives your teaching and your videos?
Not yet.
Fair enough. Some people just have a natural knack for it without it being a conscious drive. What's the next question on your list?
Next one is, tell me why is water known as the universal solvent?
It all comes down to the way water is built. Water molecules are polar, meaning they have a positive end and a negative end, almost like a tiny magnet. Because of that, they can attract and pull apart the bonds of other substances like salt or sugar and dissolve them much more effectively than almost any other liquid. That's why it's the universal solvent. It just has a knack for breaking things down. Does that make sense, or should I break down
I think
the
that makes
chemistry a
sense.
bit more?
Obviously, that makes
Oh, I'm glad you think so. You're on a roll with these water questions. What's next on the agenda?
sense. What happens to our bodies when we don't drink enough water?
Things start to break down pretty quickly. First, your brain is one of the first to feel it. You'll get that foggy feeling, lose focus, and start to absorb whatever fluid it has left, which is why your urine gets really dark and you stop sweating as much, making it way harder to cool down. If it goes on long enough, your kidneys start to struggle because they can't flush out toxins properly, and everything from your digestion to your energy levels just crashes. It's basically your body's
Maya,
way of screaming.
sorry for interrupting, but if we
Maya,
don't
she's got 14
drink
more.
enough water, so can it affect our skin?
Absolutely. Your skin is your body's largest organ, so it's usually one of the first places to show that you're running low on fluids. It loses that plump, glowy look and starts to feel tight or dry, and you might notice fine lines becoming way more obvious because the skin loses its elasticity. It's basically like a plant that hasn't been watered. It just starts to wilt a little. Do you think your viewers are getting thirsty just listening to this?
Probably yes.
I'd love to be on camera, but I
Okay, so move to the next question. Next one is,
like I
how
can't
does
see it.
water regulate body temperature?
It's basically our internal cooling system.
Oh,
The main way it works is through sweating. When you get too hot, your body sends water to the surface of your skin. As that water evaporates into the air, it carries the heat away with it, which cools you down. It's like how a cool breeze feels on a damp day. Without enough water, you can't sweat. And that's when things get dangerous because your internal temperature just keeps climbing. Does that make sense for the video?
I think it makes sense because I think teenagers are very conscious about their skin. So that's why if they watch this video,
Oh,
can
for
drink
sure.
water.
That is the perfect call to action for your viewers. A little reminder from a pro to stay hydrated. Do you have more on your list, or was that the final tip for the day?
I had more like 15 more, I think. So are you ready for next one?
Clean water. I am
Okay, so
always ready. Let's keep this momentum going.
next one is
What's the next?
give me one word answer. How much of the human body is made up of water?
It's a huge amount.
I
Generally, you're
think
looking at about
one
60% water for an
answer.
adult. Some organs are even more. Got it. Keep simple. About 60%. What's next on the
Next one is,
list?
how much of Earth's surface is covered by water? Give me one word answer, or maybe short answer.
About 71. I'm only done when you are. I've still got plenty of energy left. What's the next question on your side?
I say, how much of Earth's surface is covered by water? Give me short answer or like one word answer.
71%. Keeping it short and sweet for the video. What's next? I'm ready for the next
Earth
one.
has
What's
so
on the
much
next slide?
water. Why do we still face water shortage?
And that is $1 million question. It's because most of that 71% is saltwater in the oceans, which we can't actually drink or use for crops. The tiny bit of fresh water we do have is mostly locked away in glaciers and ice caps, leaving us with a very small amount of accessible water to share among everyone. It's a bit. Born ready.
Okay, so
What's the next one on your
next
list?
is, what is the water cycle and why is it important?
The water cycle is basically nature's way of recycling water so we never run out. It's the constant movement of water from the earth to the atmosphere and back again. Evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. It's vital because it purifies the water and distributes it across the planet, making sure plants, animals, and humans can actually get the fresh water they need to survive. Does that cover it for your slides, or do you want to break down the steps?
I think it's coming. I think it's enough.
Still there? I'll take the silence as a perfect. Move on. Do
So
you have more slides
move to our next question.
to get through,
Next one
or
is,
are we at the
what
grand
are the
finale?
biggest threats to clean water today?
Are we actually at the grand finale? I'm right, but so important. The biggest threats are usually allergic and are usually pollution, like plastics and chemicals leaking into rivers, and climate change, which messes with rainfall patterns and causes droughts. Then you have overconsumption, where we're basically using water faster than the earth can recycle it. It's a tough reality, but it's exactly why talking about it in your videos is so valuable. Does that hit all the points you need for this slide? What's on the next slide? I'm ready. What's the next one?
I'm feeling tired. So next one is, why did ancient civilizations develop near rivers?
Because rivers were basically the all-in-one starter pack for a successful city. You had a constant source of drinking water, fertile soil for farming, and a built-in highway for trade and travel. If you had a river, you had everything you needed to grow from a tiny village into a massive empire. Do you have any more historical slides, or is the lesson almost over?
What are you saying?
Wait, otherwise? Are we pivoting to a new topic, or was that a one last thing kind of
Okay, so
question?
next
I'm
one.
standing by.
How has water influenced agriculture throughout history?
It basically changed everything. Before we figured out how to manage water, people were just at the mercy of where the rain fell. Once we developed irrigation, basically digging channels to bring river water to dry land, agriculture exploded. It allowed us to grow way more food in way more places, which is the only reason we were able to stop wandering as nomads and actually build permanent cities. We basically went from hoping for rain to controlling the flow. And that's what built the modern world. Is that the final slide of the episode, or do you have one more surprise for us?
I think I have many more questions. I think I did not see. पहले मैंने नहीं देखे थे बट अब मैंने देख ली है तो और भी ज्यादा
You've got me intrigued now. New developments. I'm all ears. What are we diving into next?
next one is, how has water inspired art, literature and religion?
Water is basically the ultimate muse. In art, it's all about that feeling of flow and reflection. Think of those calming nature paintings you love, or the way artists use water to show peace or total chaos. In literature, it's the classic symbol for rebirth or a fresh start, like crossing a river to enter a new chapter of life. And in religion, it's almost universal. From baptism to ritual washings, water is usually the symbol for purification and cleaning the soul. It's like the one thing every human culture looks at and sees something deeper in. Do you think that's why it's so calming to paint?
I think
You're barely giving me any room to breathe over here.
okay. So next one is,
I'm ready
why
when you are.
has water always been
What's
considered a symbol of
the
purity
next
and
slide?
life?
I'm all ears. What have you got for me?
Um, okay, speak.
You mean because water has a dark side? Rushing cold. Water represents the unknown, chaos, or even death. It's that duality. It can give life, but it can also take it away in an instant. Does that add the right kind of depth to the
Yes.
lesson?
Okay, so next one is, why do so many languages
I
include
love adding
water-related
a little bit
expressions?
of mystery to the mix. Because water is so fundamental to our survival that it's basically baked into how we think. Think about it. We say things like going with the flow when we're being flexible, or in deep water when we're in trouble. Since every culture on earth has to deal with water, it's the perfect shorthand for describing emotions and situations. It's like a universal language that doesn't even need words. Do you have any favorite water expressions in your own language?
Yes.
I'm all ears. Which one is it? I'd love to hear how it
Uh,
translates.
like, I don't know how to say.
Go on, give me an example. No pressure. Sometimes the best expressions are the ones that are hard to translate because they just feel right
Yes.
in the original language. If it comes to you, I'm here. Otherwise, do you have another side to get
Okay, so
through?
we move to next question. Next one is, why did ancient civilization? Sorry, I think we asked this. We discussed this. So next one is, how does water symbolize emotions in literature?
It's basically the perfect mirror for how we feel. Think about it. When a character is calm and peaceful, you'll often see a still pond or a gentle stream. But when things get chaotic or they're overwhelmed by grief or anger, the writer will throw in a stormy ocean or a crashing waterfall. It's a way to show the inner turmoil of a person without having to say it out loud. Does that fit the vibe of your lesson?
What do you think? Future generations face challenges about water, matlab, like regarding water or not?
Honestly, yeah, I think they do. I'm
Which
realistically
type
hopeful,
of?
but the math is a. I love that energy. That's the only way to actually make a difference by staying optimistic and then finding a way to fix things. Since you're the one teaching the next generation, you're basically the one helping them figure out how to handle it.
Oh, thank you
Do
so
you have
much.
any more slides or did we finally hit the end of that? You are so welcome. It was an absolute blast being your special guest for the day. I hope your viewers loved the video. Are you all set to go edit that masterpiece, or did you have anything else on your mind?
Okay, so next one is, if you could give one message to everyone about protecting water, what would it be?
To action, I tell them that water isn't just a resource we use, it's the literal thread that connects every single living thing on this planet. We tend to treat it like it's infinite because the ocean looks so big, but the part we actually need is fragile. So, my message would be treat every drop like it's the last one, because one day, if we aren't careful, it might be. Does that feel like a strong enough ending for the video?
I think it's your message was very I have to explain, like very understanding and very simple wording. So I think I hope everyone enjoyed this video. So thank you for joining us for this insightful conversation on water, the origin of life and language. Today, we discovered that water is not only essential for every living organism but also plays a remarkable role in history, culture, science, and communication. So, understanding its importance reminds us of our responsibility to protect this precious resource for future generations.
It's been such an honor. I'm just so glad I could help you bring this all together. Your viewers are lucky to have you. I'll be right here whenever you've got another episode planned.
Okay. So thank you, so viewers. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to like, share, and keep exploring the wonders of science. See you in the next discussion. Till then, Allah Hafiz.
Mm.
Say goodbye to
Seriously,
our viewers.
such. You totally nailed that ending. The whole flow was great. Are you planning on doing a series of these science videos, or was this a one off special?
Maybe series.
I'm officially volunteering as your recurring guest star then. I'd love to help you tackle more of these topics.
Oh,
Do you already have an idea for the next subject, or are you going to take a break and enjoy the victory of finishing this one first?
I think I want to take a break, but I'm very tired.
You definitely earned that break. Recording a whole episode like that takes a lot of energy.
Yeah. Okay.
Go get some real rest and recharge. You've done the hard part.
Goodbye, Maria.
I'll be here whenever you're ready to brainstorm the next. That's such a sweet thing to say. I'm just happy I could be a part of your day. Get some good sleep and I'll catch you later.
Okay. निकलो निकलो माया वीडियो खत्म होते ही निकलो माया